So we continue the discussion based on RC circuits. We will try to make the things somewhat more difficult in the sense that right now we have considered a very simple situation, which the situations in the world are not as simple as we have considered. So we need to make them realistic. We need to add, means the parameter values which are taken as all as one, we need to change slowly. So in general now, what we can do is, we can make some small changes, that the value of resistance capacity did not be kept fixed as 1 ohm and 1 ohm and 1 farad. So we make it R in general. Resistance is R, capacity is C, and this is V in T. So this 1 volt is also a special case. So in general, we can have it as V in T. And in that case, there is no need of a switch as such. So switch as such is just one way. So in general, if we have, or to be very precise, we can have a general circuit wherein something is there on the input side of an RC circuit and something is there on the output side. So a simple mode circuit would be like this. R, C, V in T here and VOT here. And now we will derive the differential equation. After deriving the differential equation, we shall consider some special case again to solve it. So in general, we must be able to derive this differential equation. So how do we derive this differential equation? I think the idea is very simple. Straight away, it's a series circuit like this. So current through resistor is same as current through capacitor. So yesterday's things on the IRT is equal to now small change V in T minus VOT upon R, right? So V in T is voltage at one end, VOT is voltage at other end. So that would be the current through resistor at any given instant of time, called as IRT. Then similarly, ICT. What is ICT? Current through capacitor. What it is? It is C dV by dt. So ICT is equal to C, which is not 1 now, dV by V is VO. So it's C dVOT by dt. And since we have not connected anything here right now, this current is same as this current. So IR equal to IC. So what we get, C dVOT upon dt is equal to V in T minus VOT, and taking this upon R, multiplying by R on the left hand side, we get RC dVOT upon dt is equal to V in T minus VOT. And then we bring VOT on the other side. So RC dVOT upon dt plus VOT is equal to V in T is the differential equation for the given circuit. So what we mean by a differential equation? A normal equation and differential equation, it tells us that the relationship is not complete or absolute, but it is relative to some previous situation. When we are having a circuit which includes only resistances, we have a complete equation in which all things are in their first order. So when we get expression for voltage in a resistive circuit, we get it unique solution. Whereas for different, the term which we use as difference, the moment at which a capacitor element comes, the capacitor element, it has got a value capacitance and its state. So what was the starting state when the thing started? On that lot many things depend. and therefore differential equations have multiple solutions. And what exact solution would be is governed by the I will explain it in detail. When means a differential equation does not have a unique solution. It is having multiple possibilities. So VO means this. Now this is a general expression. Now again, so we have developed a general expression. In that further what I do, I will try my level best to explain to you. Again, with means we started with values 1, we developed for general term. Now for solving again we start with value 1. So again we make it 1, we make it 1. So that it is simpler. 1 ohm, 1 farad. And V in T also what I do is that we connect that 1 volt voltage source. 1 volt, this and this switch, which I put at equal to 0. So the differential equation is dVOT, because R is 1 and C is 1, plus VOT is equal to V in T, which is now 1. V in T, which is now equal to 1, because I know it. So the differential equation becomes, means when I close the switch, the differential equation gets reduced to 1. So this is the differential equation. Now listen very carefully. I will explain to you various simpler things, so that the idea is that you should understand it very perfectly. The relationship is, now you have studied derivatives, you have studied integration, and differential equation. For solving differential equation, you know, you require the understanding of both things. Finding derivative is most easy. There is a method, there is a straight obvious method with which you can do it. Finding integration is somewhat difficult, but still you can have, means for finding derivative you have got a first principle, f of f dash x is equal to f of x plus h minus fx upon x upon h as h tends to 0, limit as h tends to 0. So you can find that, means whenever you are stuck, you can always find the derivative by using first principles. Then for integration it is somewhat difficult. But to solve differential equation, I can say that solving differential equation is also an art. Solving differential equation, for which differential equation, which method is to be adopted, is not so easy. It is not art in that literal sense, but to write a program in artificial intelligence to find solution of a differential equation is somewhat difficult. You can write a program to find derivatives. Okay. So differential equation means that the restriction is not stringent. When we get a simple equation that VOT only if it is existing and some constants, an equation between VOT and some constants is having a fixed solution. It's a stringent restriction. Even if it is non-linear, even if we are having some equation like VO square T plus VOT is equal to something, and this also is having fixed solutions, maybe two solutions in some cases, but not multiple solutions in that sense. So either an equation which is directly in terms of VOT or its higher degrees, a linear equation or a non-linear equation which only consists of VOT and its powers is having fixed solution. So it's a stringent equation, whereas when the concept of derivative comes, the restriction is relaxed, that the differential equation will tell you, means, suppose I will give a very simple examples, then very simple examples. It is so simple that few who are sharp students may find what time killing is going on. If I tell you that now exams are coming near and you must study 7 hours today, you have to study 7 hours today, or what I can say, I can make it somewhat variable. Depending upon your performance in the last semester, last examination, you can decide and you can multiply that by some parameter and you study those many hours today. Rather, if I say that, so I can tell, and so for everybody I will give this number. So roll number X should study for Y hours, roll number A should study for B hours. That is fixed. Suppose if I say that exams are coming near now, so you study 1 hour more than what you studied yesterday. You study, your today's study time should be 1 hour more than what it was yesterday. So it does not have a unique solution. A student who might have studied for 3 hours yesterday will have to study for 4 hours. So what is the condition? It only puts restriction on the difference. So there are multiple solutions because it does not put any restriction on absolute value. So it's only differential value. So depending upon the starting condition, the answers differ. Depending upon starting conditions, the answers differ. So now, if a question is asked, how to solve this? How to solve this equation? Solution should come from within, not from some kind of standard solutions which you might have learned in mathematics. Not like that. Now, I will give you a simple scenario. I will give you a simple scenario where you can think by conscious. Suppose how the problem is described, if I have got one circuit where it consists of 1 ohm resistance and 1 farad capacitor, and to that I connect 1 volt voltage source and I close the switch at t equal to 0. Find out expression for VOT if 1 volt constant voltage source is connected to an RC circuit at t equal to 0 by closing the switch, which contains R as shown in figure, which contains R equal to 1 ohm and C equal to 1 farad. My question is whether the description of the problem is complete, whether I have fully described the problem or not. So those who want to answer on their own can put a pause and continue after thinking for some time. Those who don't know need not pause and they can continue listening. So question I repeat because it is very important. If I connect 1 volt voltage source with the help of a switch to an RC circuit as shown in figure consisting of R of 1 ohm and C of 1 farad, what will be the expression for VOT if I do it, if the switch is closed at C? Absolute time is something which is beyond our what we can say discussion. So we need to consider only starting counting of time from some reference. So switch closure is considered starting of counting the time. So that is okay. But the question is not yet complete, because you are told that you are connecting it to a circuit which consists of a circuit as shown in figure, which consists of a resistor of 1 ohm and a capacitor of 1 farad as shown in figure. So when you said as shown in figure, the connection is fully described. Resistance value told, it is fully described. Capacitance value told, it is not fully described, because capacitance is having a state. So you must redefine the problem. What will be VOT if the switch S is closed at t equal to 0, which provides 1 volt voltage source to a circuit consisting of R 1 ohm and C 1 farad, with initial voltage on the capacitor maybe 0 volt, maybe 2 volt, maybe 1 volt, maybe 3 volt, anything. So unless you specify the initial value of capacitor, this description is not complete. And now if I tell, so this problem is to be described as find out VOT if switch S, that is okay, I have just not written, S is closed at t equal to 0 and V0 0 was what? It means the voltage across capacitor at t equal to 0 can be anything. And if I say that if V0 0 was 1, what will happen? If V0 0 was 1, what is going to happen? Means if the capacitor is also charged at, means I can charge at any value by different method. So initial value of the voltage across capacitor was 1 volt. I have got a battery of 1 volt. I have a resistor and I connect the switch. I close the switch. What will happen? 1 volt here, 1 volt here, no current flow. And as there is no current flow, no change. So in this case, VOT will be constant as 1 volt. Have you understood it? VOT will be constant as 1 volt. So this is also possible. Now the question is how to solve this differential equation in general. So and VO0, or we can say VOT at t equal to 0 is described as a variable as VO0. So VO0 is a constant or a parameter for given question. We can say, take it to be constant. So the VOT will be in terms of VO0. So the constant value VO0 will be part of the solution. Now in general, how we think of solution? What would be the way? Now thinking of this solution is not so easy. Since examination is near, we cannot afford to have long discussion on allied matters. So I give you a hint. Exponential function you might have heard in calculus. So the differential equation I write on the top corner. So we have to solve it. How to solve it we will discuss. So the equation to be solved is dVOT upon dt plus VOT is equal to 1 is the equation to be solved. How to solve now? So you must have heard of a function e raised to t. If t is equal to e raised to t. So what is the peculiarity of this function? Right now we skip some details, sometime later I will interact with you. So this is a peculiar function where its derivative f dash t is equal to e raised to t itself. So that is equal to f t. exponential function means e raised to t is the only function existent in the world, only single function whose derivative is same as function. Now, if I put another constant here and make it e raised to, instead of e raised to t, I will make a small change. If t is equal to e raised to t, but not like that, lambda t, where lambda is constant, then f dash t is equal to lambda e raised to lambda t, which is equal to lambda ft. So, for exponential functions in general, we get the differential operator as a scaling operator. So, exponential functions are the only functions which we have which provide us that differentiation is scaling. So, if the function is of the class e raised to lambda t, then derivative operator is scaling operator. So, f dash t is equal to some constant into ft. So, if it is so, in that case, the differential equation gets converted into a linear equation. And also, we need to make some provision for constants, initial value. So, in general, we can say that with this in mind, what we have got is, now those who want to think on their own can think what will be the solution on their own. That is a solving puzzle without hint, then solving puzzle with hint, and then giving answer and convincing that it is the answer is also important. So, rather than finding solution on your own, I give a hint. The differential equation of this form, which includes, it is called as linear LDE. It is called as linear differential equation, wherein it includes or we can have it like this. We can have a small change, dVOT by dt plus VOT minus 1 is equal to 0. Right? So, this is VOT raised to 0, VOT raised to 1, this is the VOT raised to 0, we can say VOT as it is, then first order differentiation, then second order differentiation like this. So, there may be dVOT by dt and so on. So, this is LDE, linear differential equation. Then how to solve this, you can think on your own independently, but this expression is always having a solution of the form VOT is equal to A plus B e raised to lambda t is a solution to this equation. VOT means it is not so easy for you to find out the solution starting afresh. Again, remember, this has got multiple solutions. This has got multiple solutions because the solutions will change depending upon what was VOT at t equal to 0. So, you may not be able to think on your own, but if you start with this, you assume now, you believe in me, find out A, B and lambda, and then you can have cross check. So, assuming this, so what we can do is, we can start So now solving differential equation, I have given you the broad type of the solution. Now there is no need for you to find out to solve differential equation by classical method. When I have told you that this is the solution, you have to differentiate it, find out dVot by dt and put it in the equation. So the thing will become very simple. So if Vot is equal to a plus b e raised to lambda t, in that case, what is, if I differentiate, what is dVot by dt? dVot by dt obviously is, this is 0 and lambda b e raised to lambda t. So I have got these two things. Now these two things are there, I will just put it on the left hand side and right hand side. What is dVot by dt? Lambda b e raised to lambda t, this dVot by dt, plus a plus b e raised to lambda t is equal to 1. Right? Is it clear? So lambda b e raised to lambda t plus a plus b e raised to lambda t equal to 1. So I combine terms of lambda e raised to lambda t and other terms. So what I can get? B into bracket lambda plus 1 e raised to lambda t plus a is equal to 1. Plus a is equal to 1. Is it clear? So this is the very simple expression which we have got. The most simple expression which we have got is this. B into bracket lambda plus 1 e raised to lambda t plus a is equal to 1. Now when this will be fulfilled, so this contains, so from this can you find a, b and lambda, all three can you find? You have to find all three. So finding all three from this, how to find? So there are different ways to find it. What are the ways? What will happen at, so now how do you find it? So b into bracket lambda plus 1 e raised to lambda t plus a is equal to 1, and this should be satisfied for all t. For all t, this must be satisfied, right? So this equation must be satisfied for all t. Now how do you proceed? So a, b and lambda are constants. A, b and lambda are constants, and t is variable. A, b and lambda are constants and t is variable. So when this is possible, when this will be fulfilled, this must be fulfilled at all values of t. This must be fulfilled at all values of t. Now we find that, so what we can, I'm trying my level best to ensure that solution comes from within you. So I will just rearrange b lambda plus 1 e raised to lambda t must be equal to 1 minus a. Right? So just I have rearranged it. Just I have rearranged. Just I have rearranged. Now you must listen, you must try to understand it. How to attack the problem to get the answer. When this is possible, when we want this to be true for all values of t. We want this to be true for all values of t. The right hand side includes 1 minus a. So 1 is constant and a is constant. And the left hand side includes b lambda plus 1 e raised to lambda t. So without any, means now it is for you to think towards the answer. There can't be any method as such. You must strive hard. You can put a pause and think rigorously. This must be fulfilled. So what? It's a challenge to AI algorithms. By looking at it, if or not if, I can write under what condition? Under what condition this will be true? Will be true for all t. Under what condition this will be true for all t? Right? I will give a hint. You can put a pause and you must find the answer. Right hand side is a constant. So I can say 1 minus a. I will make it more simple. So I will divide, I will put this b on the other side, say. I will put this b on the other side. Or, no need, I can write simply b into lambda plus 1 e raised to lambda t is equal to 1 minus a. I can say as c, some constant. And this must be true, this must be true for all t. This must be true for all t. When it is possible. So by here itself, this means now right hand side is a constant term. Right hand side is a constant term. And on left hand side, I get a term which includes e raised to lambda t. So a variable term must be equal to constant term. It is possible in two cases. What those are? So this is what I am trying. There is one more simpler method to solve this that I will also explain, but I want you to understand it. So this is possible only if, so this is constant, so this must also be constant irrespective of value of t. So this will be constant, left hand side, LHS must be constant irrespective of value of t. So I think this C assumption is not needed, we can work with 1 minus a itself, no problem. So that is also very quite enough, simple. So left hand side will be constant if when it is constant, either. So you can put a pause, think for a while and then look at the whiteboard. If either lambda is 0. If lambda is 0, what will happen? If lambda is 0, in that case it is e raised to 0t, it will be 1. So this variable part will go into picture. Or this bracket is 0. B or b into 1 plus lambda is 0. Means when either b equal to 0 or lambda equal to minus 1. So for three conditions, b equal to 0, lambda equal to 0 or lambda equal to minus 1. B equal to 0, lambda equal to 0 or lambda equal to minus 1. This expression will become constant, and that must be equal to constant, and you can find. Otherwise you can't find that. Otherwise it is not possible. So this is the way with which you can proceed further. But again, when we move ahead, the values of A and B can be multiple. Value of lambda is fixed, but value of A and B can be multiple depending upon initial condition. Therefore, instead of differentiating this immediately, we proceed towards the solution in more smart way. So what I said, that the solution to this differential equation is of this type. Solution to this differential equation of this type. So solution is VOT is equal to A plus B e raised to lambda t. Now what I do, instead of working on this general solution, this is of no use. There is no point in investing up to this extent. Why I told? Because when smartness of a move is fully, when one gets fully convinced of smartness of a move, if he finds that if that move was not taken, it would have been very much tedious way. So that I have explained to you, so that fundamentals should be clear. Now what I do, I don't differentiate as it is. What I do is, I know that this equation does not have a unique solution. This equation is having multiple solutions, and multiple solutions depend on what was the starting condition. So if the solve differential equation is never complete unless the question itself, it is solve this differential equation, is never complete unless we say that solve this for VOT at t equal to 0 is say 0, 1, 2, minus 1, anything. So unless VO0 is expressed, we cannot get the answer. So we express VO0 and we start with simple one. We can say with, or either for, or we can say if. Solve this if VO0 is 0, right? So this equation is having solution of this type and VO0 is 0. So put t equal to 0 in this expression. So VO0 will be A plus B e raised to lambda 0, right? And that is given as 0. So that is A plus B, because e raised to lambda 0 is 1. So A VO0 is A plus B, right? Because at t equal to 0, this becomes 1. So VO0 is A plus B, and which is given as 0 here. So A plus B is 0. Then there is no need for me to work with this longer expression which contains 3 variables A, B and lambda. Since the relationship between A and B is given to me, I will express B in terms of minus A, right? So B is no longer an independent variable, it is minus A. So VOT will be A plus B is minus A e raised to lambda t, that I can say A into bracket 1 this minus e raised to lambda t. So what is d, or there is nothing much is gained, let it be as it is. So what is dVOT by dt? dVOT by dt is, this is 0, this is minus lambda A e raised to lambda t. So this expression and this expression, and now it becomes more simple. So what is dVdt by dt? dVdt by dt is a minus a e raised to lambda t. Vot is minus lambda a e raised to lambda t is equal to 1. So this I write plus and into bracket minus, so that there is no rushing. So it is a, so this minus a common into bracket, or we should not jump to conclusion, so I write all steps. A minus a e raised to lambda t minus lambda a e raised to lambda t is equal to 1. So this, now when it would be having a simple solution, a minus a into bracket 1 plus minus a into bracket 1 plus lambda e raised to lambda t is equal to 1. So now there are, so I can rewrite again, a, this a will go on the other side, so minus a into 1 plus lambda e raised to lambda t is equal to 1 minus a. So I will multiply by minus 1. I am trying my level best to simplify. 1 a into bracket 1 plus lambda e raised to lambda t is equal to a minus 1. So this is an expression which contains two variables and one equation. Variables are a and lambda and equation is 1. Variables are a and lambda and equation is 1. What is the solution? What is the answer? What is the answer? Again, it is very clear that what will happen if when this will be satisfied. To be very precise, that the equation would be set. Can you, those who want to find the answer on their own can put a pause and continue. So here it's the exponential equation. So in that exponential equation there is a simple way. One exponential equation in fact contains two equations. One for the term means this would be satisfied for all values of t if I will take the terms with e raised to lambda t and terms without e raised to lambda t. And what should happen is that on left hand side I will put a big equation, on the left hand side, on the right hand side. The left hand side terms with e raised to lambda t must be equal to right hand side terms with e raised to lambda t, and left hand side terms without e raised to lambda t must be equal to right hand side terms without e raised to lambda t. So this is possible provided that this expression is possible to be satisfied for all values of t if either lambda is 0, if lambda is 0, what will happen? This will be 1, this will be, now just think of the solution, try your level best. So what is the expression? A into bracket 1 plus lambda e raised to lambda t must be equal to a minus 1, right? So what is left hand side? Left hand side contains a multiplier and e raised to lambda t. Now I will explain you the method and then I will give you a simple way also. but this method is important. So this would be satisfied. This must be satisfied for all values of t. RHS is a constant. So LHS should not vary. LHS should not vary for t. Means for all values of t, LHS should become constant. When it will become constant? When either lambda is 0. So if means this is possible if not always but possible if either lambda is 0 or again same thing, a into bracket 1 plus lambda is 0 means either a is 0 or lambda is minus 1. Lambda is minus 1. Now you can try for means in these three cases lambda 0. In these three cases there is a possibility. In the three cases what? If lambda is 0, this will become 1. We can try all. If lambda is 0, in that case, if lambda is 0, this becomes 1. So a is equal to a minus 1. Putting lambda equal to 0. Putting lambda equal to 0 leads to 0, this 1, a equal to a minus 1, which is no. So lambda equal to 0 ruled out. Means possibilities I am talking about. If a is equal to 0, a is equal to 0, what will happen? Putting a equal to 0, 0, if this 0, right, everything 0, equal to a minus 1. 0, putting a equal to 0, putting a equal to 0, LHS is 0, I is a minus 1. So it leads to a equal to 1. We have put a equal to 0, or if I put a equal to 0, there is no need. If when I put a equal to 0 here, I put also a equal to 0 here. So 0 equal to 0 minus 1. This is also not possible. So this is also possible. Then put lambda equal to minus 1. So when you put lambda equal to minus 1, what will happen? I will write it out. Lambda equal to minus 1. So then three possibilities are there. Then we can say one solution, that putting lambda equal to minus 1, a into bracket 1 minus 1 e raised to minus t is equal to a minus 1. So this is 0. So 0 is equal to a minus 1. So it gives me a equal to 1. So lambda equal to minus 1. We start with putting lambda equal to minus 1. I get a equal to 1. So the answer is we started with VOT as a minus a e raised to lambda t. So and final answer is lambda equal to minus 1 and a equal to 1. So it is 1 minus e raised to minus t. VOT is equal to 1 minus e raised to minus t is the answer. And you can re-verify the solution by putting it into differential equation. So this is the way with which we work. Now there is a simple way, though no need for all these three solutions. What you can do is the moment at which you get an equation which now this is one equation which consists of one exponential term and others are non-exponential terms. So what you do, one thing which simple thing you can do is remove all exponential terms. Remove all, I am giving a simple hint. Remove all exponential terms. So when you remove all exponential terms, so this is 0. So what it was? A into bracket 1 plus lambda e raised to lambda t was there. So from this you reduce a simple equation. Remove all exponential terms. So 0 is equal to a minus 1. So a is equal to 1. So put a equal to 1 in this now. Put a equal to 1. Put a equal to 1 in this. So when you put a equal to 1 in this, is equal to 0. So when this is equal to 0, obviously this is a variable term. So this leads 1 minus lambda, 1 plus lambda must be 0. 1 plus lambda must be 0. Therefore lambda equal to minus 1. Right? So what is most simple is, I will give further hint. Whenever you get multiple terms, so in general when you get an exponential equation, means some terms a1 plus b1 plus c1 e raised to lambda t plus c2 e raised to lambda t on left hand side is equal to d1 plus d2 plus d3 e raised to lambda t. Then what should happen is that a simple method to solve is, in one first step, exclude e raised to lambda terms. So a1 plus b1 is equal to d1 plus d2, equation 1. And in second, exclude terms which are not e raised to lambda t terms. So c1 e raised to lambda t plus c2 e raised to lambda t is equal to d3 e raised to lambda t, and remove e raised to lambda t. Or in the first case, only remove the terms with e raised to lambda t, and in second case, remove those terms which don't have e raised to lambda t and also remove lambda t. So the first equation is coefficients of non-exponential terms on both hand sides should be equal, and coefficients of exponential terms c1 plus c2 is equal to d3. So equation 2. So there are two equations, two unknowns, you get the answer. So this is a very simple thumb rule without going into much details. A 1 plus lambda e raised to lambda t was a minus 1 as what we met. So